quick, like just real quick, 60 seconds. What is that? What have you seen where you be like, yo, like that is wild business right there? I'm gonna go with you first, Mark.
The WNBA literally self-imploding. This has been some of the most comical shit I have ever seen. Like, wow, I have never seen a league or a group of people in such a hurry to get themselves fired in history.
Oh, oh, okay. That well, I know you're
No,
gonna give us more context with that.
fired and canceled. Both.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Is that heavy? I don't
Yes.
watch sports. So.
Yes.
Oh, oh, well, looking forward to it. I'm sure the guests are too. Sure the people are too. What about you, fool? What you see?
Well, the DSA thing is old. It is old. It's been around, but now people starting to see it because they're winning elections. But once we start talking about who they really are, it's gonna be the same thing like the WNBA. We're gonna watch a party implode from within, and I'm here for all of it. I can't wait.
Oh, well, say no more. Say no more. Oh, let's go ahead and hop into Fresh Off the Press.
This is Fresh Off the Press.
What's making headlines?
Let's separate fact
From fiction.
Fresh Off the Press.
All right. Now, Fresh Off the Press is where we bring some highlights that may have happened in the news, whether it's pop culture, politics. It don't matter. My co-host and myself, we usually bring something that really kind of had us grabbing our invisible pearls. So, Mark, you was talking about this WNBA. Is that what you're gonna share with us this evening?
Yes, and more yes.
All right, well, I'm all ears. Let's see about it.
Oh man, let's get into it. So, if you guys aren't aware, the WNBA currently is in, I would call, a civil war, right? You got, I guess, the faction that represents biological women, and then you have another faction that represents, I guess, the alternative lifestyle community and being supportive groups of marginalized people such as the LGBTQ plus IA and also the trans community, of course, respectfully for all parties concerned. But that's where the battle lines have been drawn. So over the past 3 weeks or so, the face of the pro girl side, Sophie Cunningham, made some comments where she did not in any way, shape, or form denigrate or was any way disrespectful towards the trans community, but she made comments that were very supportive of biological women. In turn, several owners, coaches, and players have spoken up in opposition to what Sophie Cunningham has said. So much as I guess her name is Gabby Williams. She plays for the Golden State Valkyries. Now, respectfully, I've never seen nor heard of this woman ever in life. I could not tell you if she could play or not. But out of her own mouth, she says that she would welcome a trans athlete on her team and would love to play against a trans athlete. Now, within 24 hours, let's say 48 would be safe. Within 40 hours of her making this proclamation, Enes Kanter /Freedom declares himself for the WNBA draft. Roll a clip.
If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Shannon, let me explain something to you. That man is 6'10". Not only that, because Kwame Brown just talked about this for a hot second. Kwame Brown said, I played against Enes Kanter. He's one of the strongest players I have ever come across in my life. So as far as strength, he's a man. Like, it's no getting around this. I'm gonna speak my piece in a second. Mark, go ahead, and because I got a lot to say. This shit is hilarious to me.
Obviously.
As you see, my boy Fu already putting the seasonings into the gumbo that we about to cook for y'all. So let's just break down a few of Enes Kanter / Enes Freedom's stats. For his career, he averaged 11.2 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, and 0.9 assists per game. He played for 11 seasons with a multitude of different teams, okay? The reason why he's no longer in the league is not because he aged out or couldn't play, but he was effectively blackballed. The reason why he is blackballed is because he has a reputation for saying the quiet part out loud. He was the NBA player who took up the cause for his country, which is Turkey, and I guess was trying to shine a light on some of the atrocities that take place over there. But that's not really what got him in trouble. What got him in trouble with the league was when he made some comments in regards to the NBA's dealings with NBA China and the amount of money that was being made and how things were changing hands and how everything wasn't necessarily copacetic. That is what effectively got him blackballed from the league. That brings us all the way back to where we are right now. So, heifers, and excuse me if you feel disrespected, but these heifers have essentially put themselves in the worst rock in the hard place situation I have ever seen in human history. This is the one time, because I'm against all of this dumb shit. I do not want to see men in women's spaces, period. Unless we're invited, I don't want to see men in women's spaces, right? There is a reason why women have women's sports, women's locker rooms, things along them lines. I have a family. I respect that, right? But for those of you who think that there's no biological differences, for those of you who seem to think that men aren't physically superior to women and who don't athletically have an advantage, then, why not allow this brother into the draft? Excuse me, I just misgendered him, her. Why not allow her into the league?
This shit is so deep that it's crazy. Because once again, the women of that league, they know they can't compete with that man. Enes Kanter plays in the WNBA. He's going to average 30, 30, and 30. 30 points, 30 rebounds, 30 assists, possibly more. And somebody's going to get hurt. Because if he does this with his elbow, it's going to be a problem. And like he said, it puts them in the greatest quagmire of all times. Because with y'all wanting to be so inclusive, are you going to say he's not a woman? He feels as though he's a woman. Now what? And one of those, she played in the WNBA. I think she's an announcer. She was like, "Don't put us in your politics. This ain't political. This the shit y'all created, and you're getting pretty much reprimanded for your shit. So you cannot be mad." And he's just the first one. Royce White, who also played in the WNBA and plays in the Big Three, who's about 6'7", 6'8". He's also declared himself for the WNBA draft. This shit, you cannot make this shit up. You literally cannot make it up.
Oh man, let's go to
it puts it like let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. Let's say he gets drafted and he gets drafted and he's on the team.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen when he's walking around that locker room naked?
Boss Johnson day. Balls swinging through the. I mean, this is what they signed up for. That's just all I gotta say about that. This is what they signed up for.
When she get dunked on and like the first like ball sack gets dropped on one of their heads, Like, I don't think they realize how wild the man game is. Can you imagine Ennis just dunking on cricket nutsack everywhere? Like,
It's gonna be
they gonna have to hold that, bro.
it's gonna be
This
the
is their
shirts
money.
versus the blouses.
Yeah, and just so y'all know, it's a rumor. There's a rumor going around that is on tape that Brittany Griner actually admitted that she's a man. This is the rumor. So she's allegedly.
Lord have mercy.
He had, so basically it's already been a dude in the league already, allegedly. So the plot thickens and it puts them in such a bad spot.
Ah, man. Well, hold on. Let's check out what the comments has got to say. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I see my guy 504 Ray Fisher in the building. What's going on, bro? He said, I caught y'all just in time. Yes, you did. You was on time.
Yeah,
we got, of course, Razor Ray in the building. He said, let's put him up. He said, I don't think that they are looking that far ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. The president of the league said they have to put a committee together to look into this. So you got to put a committee to talk about the fact you don't want to do with a dick playing in the fucking league? Are you like, I'm sorry, I had to get that one. Y'all got to give me a pass. How do you need a committee for that? How? No man.
I'm about to tell you how. Because even though we can think that Ennis Cantor and Royce White may be playing games, we think that these guys are really men who are just cosplaying or taking this as a joke. What about the French phenom Julie Tetart, who is an actual transgendered basketball player who's averaging over 20 rebounds per game over in France, who said that she would love the opportunity to come over and play in the WNBA if she was ever invited. So all I'm saying is, in that situation, what do you do? So that's the reason why they got to put a committee together, because they have to tread as lightly as anyone has ever treaded on anything, period. This is the thinnest of thinnest ice for them and the slipperiest of slippery hills, because any way they turn, it's a landmine ready to blow the entire league up. And you can thank the shoulders of a few people, like Coach Cheryl Reeve wearing her "We Support Transgender" shirts and this, that, and the third. Not saying anything's wrong with that. Not saying anything's wrong with that. All I'm saying is you are expediting the demise of your league, because once you allow one in there, you have to allow them all. Who is to say that one is more of a woman than the other? How can you say that Ennis Cantor doesn't identify as a woman just as much as Julie Tetart does? Because Julie Tetart has taken more testosterone or has been in the process longer?
Yeah, that's crazy. But this is the mess that we saw coming. We saw this coming, and it's really sad in my opinion, because like, we're not transphobic, we're not homophobic. We understand that people deserve to live out their lives how they want to live out their lives, but like, damn, y'all, why can't we have a separate league for trans people? Just like we should have a separate bathroom, separate, like they should have their own stuff. You cannot infiltrate a female organization or a female locker room or female sports just because you woke up one day and decided, you know what, I want to be a woman. I've always felt like a woman deep down inside. So much so that you ain't even got rid of your butt, your nuts and your ball. You ain't got rid of none of that. So how much are you dedicated to actually being that? Because we're not see trans men are never the problem. Trans men are not fighting to be in the NBA. They're not doing it. They're not fighting to be in males' locker rooms. They're not fighting to do any of that. They're not really fighting to play sports with men. They're not. They know their lane. They stay in it. And a lot of them, actually, in my opinion, they're the least problematic one. It's something about the ones that feel as if they have to prove that this is who they are. So much so that it could be abusive, which is what I want to share this little segment with y'all real fast. I want to share y'all this video on why this is going to be a potential problem for not only women, but for your children. Because I don't think y'all was thinking about that when y'all was marching and y'all was fighting for the rights of these people to be able to share locker rooms with your children, your young girls, your young boys. It's a problem. Go ahead, Fu. I saw you had your hand up.
With me being a golfer, just so y'all know, there's been a few times as far as the PGA, which is the men's tour, where women have come on to play in a tournament. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I don't think a woman has ever made the cut. It has nothing to do with skill level. It's just because the golf courses are longer. With them being longer, they don't have the length to compete. But it's welcome because as long as you qualify, you can get in. But there isn't nobody faking the funk to do it. They're doing that because they want to play with better competition and they want to see if they can compete. What we're dealing with are people, are dudes that can't compete with men, and they want to take advantage. They're using that skill level to take advantage of women. I see that as the most cowardly thing in the world. It's sad because every woman, they deserve their own space. Leave them the fuck alone.
Well, can I offer pushback then? Because I think that what Ennis Cantor and Royce White are doing right now is some of the most courageous shit I've ever seen. This reminds me of like the what was his name, Tommy Martin, the dude with the black fist at the Olympics. This is that moment for me. The existence of the WNBA itself has been a joke for the last 30 years. Nowhere in the world can you lose money for 30 plus years and then get a raise. The league should have been absolved. The only reason why it's around is because Daddy NBA subsidizes the league and has done so since its inception.
So do you think it's just a DEI project? Is that
I know for a fact it's a DEI project. To be perfectly honest with you, I would compare it to girls JV basketball, but girls JV basketball is better because you don't have to pay for those games. The WNBA actually has the nerve to charge for this mess that they call a product. Anytime you have that kind of bush league shit going on where people getting power bombed, choke slammed, punched in the face, elbow dropped off the top ropes, like none of that could possibly be good for your sport, especially when you're trying to get people to take it seriously. Then you have someone like Caitlin Clark who comes in with actual skill, actual talent, and can actually, do something that is worth paying the money to go see. What do? Y'all literally commit assault against her every single night. And then look what just happened with Sophie Cunningham. In the midst of everything that's going on in the last 24 hours, in the last 48 hours even, with the WNBA, for Dejanay Carrington to go out there and basically commit assault against Sophie Cunningham on national television. And then as soon as she's ejected from the game, the first thing that she decides to do is tweet white privilege. It wasn't a white person that did that, sis. That was you. And then the crazy thing is you're talking about white privilege while you're on the basketball court with a bleach blonde wig, the same color as the girl who you just assaulted.
Hey, we're not. No. We're not doing that. Don't be one of them people that think that black women can't wear blonde hair.
I'm not saying that you can't wear blonde hair, Shannon. But what I am saying is, how can you sit up there and talk about something as being racist and then not consider what you're doing in the situation? Nothing that happened to you in that situation was racist. You committed a foul that was a flagrant 2, and you was eliminated from the basketball game.
I don't care about that. Don't be talking about blonde hair now, go.
No, but I'm sorry, but I had to rope that in because I'm like, sis, you talking about racism, but you literally are culturally appropriating the same exact person that you're talking shit about.
But how are you culturally appropriating because her hair is blonde? You do know that there's black people around the world that have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? It's not a cultural thing.
Yes, but it's a culture. It's an anomaly that most black folks ain't born like that. Most black people have to go out there and actually bleach your hair or put on.
And white people.
I'm not saying I don't have no problem with women wearing whatever you want to wear.
Don't mention it. I know because I'm saying that because black men have a problem with that. Black men have a real big problem when it comes to y'all running y'all mouth and talking about what black women could do to their hair. Okay, so what if her hair is blonde? There's blonde black people all across this world who are grown up with blonde, were born with blonde hair, who are born with red hair. So when y'all say that, I hear your point, but don't do that because you're wrong. And we have to. No, let me finish saying what I gotta say. No. Hold on. And I'm saying this because it's not cultural appropriation if there's black people with blonde hair. There's black people.
But it's not her blonde hair, but she's not. But she wasn't one of them, though.
But why is that? No, but I'm asking, why is that cultural appropriation if there's black people with blonde hair?
Because you are emulating the exact person that you are attacking. That's what I'm saying.
How
You're
is that
emulating
emulating
because
if there's black people with blonde hair?
What I'm saying is when your hair color is the exact same color hair color as Sophie Cunningham, and you're attacking Sophie Cunningham and then claiming racism, to me that doesn't make sense. Those don't hold up. It's a conflict of interest there. You can't talk about something being racist and then you're culturally appropriating.
You ain't
Now,
appropriating no blonde hair.
Now, if she want to wear her wig and her lashes and her long ass nails and do her, then do you, boo boo. I'm not mad at that. But when you jump out the window talking about something is racist, now I gotta push back on you, sis. Like, huh? That's the pot
I'm
calling.
talking about black people with blonde hair. I don't give a damn because my hair blonde.